Hello everyone. I've just had an absolute nightmare trying to sort out our camera.
Yeah.
It's just life of a YouTuber with a ring light, isn't
We're just
it?
not cut out for it. We're still learning. We're still learning.
But we're back after our last video. Thank you for
lovely comments.
everyone who sent us a little message or left a comment. We're now back slightly more done up, aren't we? Although there'll be plenty more of that unfiltered content.
Yeah,
we just made an effort for you today.
What can we say?
But yeah, what are we doing today?
Right, guys. So very exciting. This is, I guess it's like an announcement video of some sorts, but we wanted to make this video to let you know that we are starting a new series on this channel, and it's all about friendship. Now, this channel is clearly built off of friendship. We love each other very much, and it's something that's massively on our hearts. We're very people, don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Relatable people. We love relationships.
We love our friends.
We love our friends, and yeah, it's really on our hearts, and like basically, you know, there's been no videos on this channel yet about friendships or anything like that. Obviously, we've spoken about our own personal friendship, but not in a wider context of really like how we can be having good friendships, stuff that we really value in friendships and really think is important. So this is what this series is all about. So yeah.
So essentially our idea is to bring a little series to you guys, probably going to be called something around the friendship series, like a guide to healthy friendships, something like that. Essentially we kind of want to make a little collection of videos basically going through different factors that we think contribute to a healthy friendship, because I guess, little disclaimer, obviously we're not saying that our friendship is perfect, but I think both of us over like our years of life,
our 21 years,
have kind of learned little things here and there that like can help make a friendship more healthy, things to avoid, things to look out for, that kind of thing. So yeah, I thought we would do a little series on it. Basically in this video we just thought it would be cool to let you know about our idea,
fill you in,
and also just outline a few of the videos slash like ideas slash factors that we think make up a healthy friendship, just to get you excited, see if you guys have any ideas to add, that kind of thing.
We're so open to all that. One of the first things that we kind of really feel like is up there, it's one of the, you know, high up priority things that you need in your friendship, is the ability to celebrate, encourage, champion, if you want to call it that, but just really you're just really for each other. You're just really like, you know, on it with the praise, on it with the encouragement, and being really intentional about it. I think especially when you have friendships that you've had for a long time, you're really comfortable, it can be something that I think can be a bit neglected. Like, you're in that honeymoon period where you're like, oh, we love each other so much, and then, you know. Yeah,
and I think it's basically, I think we want to talk a bit about kind of the fact that sometimes it is an active choice. And kind of that whole thing around, you know, sometimes something happens to your friend or they do really well at something, and like we've all been there where like deep down you're like, oh, like, you know, it might trigger a bit of an insecurity in you, or, you know, you feel kind of weird emotions about it. But we basically want to spend that kind of video chatting about choosing to champion in that moment, and that being such a healthy, important part of a friendship, like consistently choosing to just love each other and like support each other no matter how you're feeling.
So yeah,
get excited for that one, we've got a lot to say. And then I think another thing that we were saying really kind of makes friendship healthy is the classic kind of communication. And I feel like often you hear this kind of when people are talking about relationships or like girlfriend, boyfriend, like you really need to like communicate with your partner. But we were saying like it's the same thing in a friendship. Like,
for sure.
Like even like we were chatting about in our last video, like Soph and I have found that in the past, if there's been like little tensions or little kind of awkward situations, or just where one of you feels like the other person's being off, or one of you feels like, you know, there's something going on
underlying,
literally the most important thing to do, we would say, in that situation is to literally call it out and to like have a conversation about it and literally just communicate how you're feeling. Like even if you're unsure of like, is this a thing or have I made it up, like
just air it, and then
just
if it's not,
it. Like it's so important just to chat about it.
So yeah, communication is key. As I'm sure you've all heard that phrase. So yeah, video on friendship and communication will be coming your way at some point.
Woo!
Another one which we identified in our little chat about friendships when we were dreaming up this series We've all been there, guys. That green-eyed monster comes creeping in. Jealousy. It's real.
Ew.
Let's name it. Let's name it. But guys,
it's so gross, but it's so like.
We've all been there. We've all felt jealousy within friendships or within contexts of like, you know, with people that you care about, whatever it is. Like, it could be for so many different reasons. She's got better clothes than me, why don't I have her clothes, why don't I look like her, she's better friends with that person than me, like, it kind of all comes under the subject of jealousy, or like, I guess a little bit of comparison, but, you know, jealousy is kind of, I think, the main emotion that's driving those feelings and those kind of like, yeah, those kind of actions that may lead to like, and again, that's where the communication comes in, because it's like being able to acknowledge and be self-aware that like, I know that these feelings aren't like the best, but like I'm just gonna say how I'm feeling and be vulnerable and honest. And I think in that video we want to have some really vulnerable and like honest chats about, you know, when this maybe has been an issue in our friendship, or not an issue but like a topic of discussion.
Yeah, and I think like, not to gender stereotype, but growing up in an all-girls school, I think this is something that is particularly common among girls, also among boys as well, but obviously we're both females here. And it is just one of those things that's like, jealousy is such a horrible emotion to feel, and it's such like a taboo topic in the sense of like, it can be quite embarrassing to admit that you're jealous about something. Like, no one really wants to talk about it, no one really wants to acknowledge it, so we were like, let's take that issue and let's bring it to the light, admit that we've all felt it, and then talk about how we can tackle it rather than just like letting it brew and like
fester,
you know. The green-eyed monster. I think also encompassed with all of that we've written down is like vulnerability, and like in those moments, like we'll touch on this more in the video, but like it's really important to be vulnerable and be like, yo, I'm jealous, like I'm jealous
of the way the
rain, what is that? Falls upon your skin. One of the final things we identified as kind of being like a potential video idea is a whole kind of theme around transition and friendships changing and different seasons within friendships. Just that whole kind of thing of knowing when to let go of friendships, knowing that like some friendships, like there's that phrase, we're trying to remember it, like friendships are for like a season or a reason or kind of that kind of thing. You know, kind of we want to chat about the fact that, you know, it's natural for friendships to change, how we've kind of journeyed. I think like a key time for us was probably coming from school to uni and seeing how different friendships change through that, and knowing when to be okay with it, knowing when to like fight for a friendship, you know, that whole kind of thing.
And I think, like Rach said, massively like kind of transitioning into uni, or even just generally as you get older, kind of realise, you know, some of your friendships, the capacity that you have for them changes. It's not like I'm going to be texting all my friends all the time every day, because I don't have time to do that. So you're like, you know, some friends that we both have where it's like, won't speak to you for months, see you and nothing's changed. And like that's just kind of working out how that's like, when that's right and when that's like, no, I've actually like neglected a friendship, or I've actually like, no, I should have spoken to you in those 3 months when we didn't, or stuff like that. So yeah, just talking about how, like Rach said, you know, friends for a season, you might be really close friends with someone for a bit and then it's like, don't talk to them anymore, and just sometimes that's fine and sometimes you're like, no, like that's not fine. So yeah, precisely.
So lots to come on that.
Okay, so yeah, and then we've got like a few other ideas that are like potential ideas, like again, that are just really important within friendships. So like spending quality time together, like I know that's quite a given, but so maybe that'll be a whole video, but I'm sure within each topic we'll probably be touching on like, you know, investing in friendships, spending time together, whether that's phone calls, whatever, actual like hangouts, blah 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 blah. Another one we were chatting about was like accountability, and like when to maybe like challenge your friend on stuff, like when to really kind of hold someone and be like, hey, like you said you'd do that, like why haven't you done that, or like you said you were going to stop doing that, like, and just kind of like how you can have a healthy balance of like loving each other, but also like sometimes loving each other looks like being like, hey, like I don't think you should be doing that or whatever. So there are a couple of other ideas that we're working through, and guys, we are so open to any thoughts that you have, stuff that you're like maybe going through now with friendships, or anything, any topics that we've just missed that you would love to see us make a video about within the realm of friendship. So please message us on Instagram, comments on YouTube, whatever it is, like we'd love
and it
to make
can
some
be
videos
literally the smallest thing, or like, you know, or you've got a really tricky situation that you're trying to navigate and you just want a bit of insight, like, yeah.
We'll do our best.
We'll try and shed some wisdom, but yeah, let us know in the comments as well if you guys are excited about this series. We feel,
we are,
you know, off the back of our last video and just trying to work out what we kind of want to film. I think literally since starting this channel, Soph and I have obviously wanted to film a video about friendship. You know, we've chatted a bit about social media and other topics, but friendship is something that is obviously very close to us. So we're really excited about filming this series. And yeah, I think we're going to upload it. I think we'll do like the series kind of every few weeks. Yeah, like we're not gonna, we'll do other videos alongside these, you know, if you're not really vibing with the friendship content.
If you've got no friends, maybe it's not for you. Joking. I'm sure you've all got friends. But I
think that's all we wanted to say, so
yeah, look out for that friendship series. It's coming soon. But yeah, we'll see you very soon.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Have a great week.